So no matter what is going on the outside of your body, if you feel like you need to take a rest, be sure that you allow yourself the opportunity to simply go into the breath and not worry about what you're doing with your body. So closing your eyes is very helpful for that. We're going to start out with some long, slow breaths, and I'm going to move back a little bit. Remember, your breath is with you from the moment that you come out of the womb into our very last. So we can regulate it, we can change it, we can help it energize us, we can help ourselves calm down through it. Let's start out by thinking about the diaphragm. So the diaphragm lays under the rib cage. Bottom of the ribs is where your lungs live. They're all this length of your ribs, of your body. So your lungs are very long, and they also wrap around the back of the body. So keep in mind when you're taking a breath that if you're breathing very shallow, you're neglecting part of your organs. And so we want to help bring the body into the opportunity to get as much oxygen as it can, because that's what helps everything in the body flow. So start by lifting your ribs up away from your hips. Take a minute to squeeze your shoulders. Feel that openness in the front of your chest, and then drop your arms. Keep your spine tall. Remember, gravity is always pushing us down. So when we're consciously thinking about how we feel, think about lifting up toward the sky like a flower that's moving up toward the sun. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, hold it as long as you're able. Go out of it, come back into it at your own pace. And that's the rule for the whole class. If you struggle because you have a weak lower back, the blocks underneath your sitting bones will be helpful to help tilt the pelvis forward and keep the front of your body open. We're going to start with a little bit of deep lung breathing, meaning I want you to try to put your hands on the side of your ribs. If this is really uncomfortable or painful, a light crossing, so your fingertips are just touching the bottom of the ribs and you're not sinking your arms down. So we want to keep our arms out away from the body a little bit. Just the fingertips are doing the work. It's a good thing to think about when you're in a line at the supermarket or somewhere where there's a price check or something that's aggravating you. You can look like you're standing there with your arms crossed, but you're actually paying attention to your breath. So ways you can bring yourself into mindfulness during the day. The hands all the way to the side of the ribs. As you inhale, we're going to allow the ribs to expand out to the side. Sustain that moment, the fullness of your breath. Now as you exhale, feel the ribs sink in toward the spine. Fully empty your breath. And again, inhale. It helps to close your eyes so that you're noticing what you're feeling instead of trying to make it happen. Let it happen. Close the eyes, release the body with the breath. Inhale again. Sipping your breath in as if you were drinking your breath in through a straw, feeling the ribs expand and sustaining that fullness of breath. Imagining the oxygen jumping through the cells, playing around in your body, collecting everything you don't need. So as you begin to exhale, all that you're putting out into the world is being sent out to be repurposed. It's like the rain falling from the sky. Then breathe in. Filling the body, allowing it to be full for a moment. And exhaling. Fully releasing, allowing your abdomen to move all the way in toward the spine. Do one more long, slow, even and soft breath. Exhale. And let your arms sink down to your lap. With your eyes closed, take a couple of normal breaths. See if you notice the difference in how you're feeling. We're going to keep the openness in the body. If you need to change your position at any time, remember you're doing what feels good for your body. Think about putting that pillow or something under your sitting bones if you need a little adjustment. We'll do some alternative nostril breathing. I want to implement this during the fall because fall is a time where there's a lot more activities, and even though we're still in the midst of this pandemic, a lot of things have been scheduled and there's a lot more movement and shaking. So if you're feeling a little anxious about things, this is an excellent breath to help you even out your moods and make you feel a little more relaxed and able to think clearer. So we're going to use your thumb and your index finger. Again, I'm going to come a little closer just in the beginning so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to be closing off one nostril. There's multiple ways, two basic ways to do alternative nostril. In some schools of thought, they breathe in and out through the same nostril and then switch. If that's what you're familiar with, great. Both of these actions do the same thing. But try breathing in through one side, closing it off and out through the other. So if you're more comfortable with the other method, go ahead for it. Breathe in. Again, think about your body lifting up with your inhale. Feel the ribs expanding. Sustain the breath for a moment. Give that oxygen an opportunity to enjoy moving through your body. Close off the left nostril, exhale through the right. Feel the abdomen sinking in toward your spine. Inhale through the left. Invite your spine to lengthen with the inhale. Close off the left. Feel the abdomen sinking in toward the spine as the breath fully leaves your body before you begin your next breath. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. One more, in to the left. Out to the right. And breathe into the right side now. We're going to switch. So breathe in through the right. If it feels different as you're inhaling, you're normal. Both sides of our brain are switching off between the sympathetic and parasympathetic about every 8 minutes. Close off the right. Exhale to the left. Feel free to put your other hand on your abdomen just to notice your breath. Inhaling through the right. Feel the spine growing up toward the sky. Close off the right, exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Allowing the body to lengthen and swell with life. Close off the right, exhale through the left. One more into the right. Sustain. Close off the right, exhale to the left. Keep your eyes closed and let your hands rest in your lap. And in this moment, notice what you're experiencing within yourself. For you to keep your eyes closed and just tilt your chin in toward your chest. And gently roll the shoulders forward. So I'm just going to try to open the space between the shoulder blades as I bring the shoulders forward without effort. So if it's really painful, keep the elbows heavy and soft. Relaxing your elbows down toward the floor to allow the blood to flow into any area that's tight. Keeping your head heavy like a bowling ball, we're going to tilt your right jaw toward your right collarbone. So mirror you. Empty your left elbow toward the floor. Check in with your face. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw or wrinkling your forehead. Face stays soft. And bring the chin back in toward the middle of the chest. Moving nice and slow, guide your jawline toward your right collarbone. Toward the left collarbone, releasing your right elbow a little deeper toward the earth. Gently slide your ear over top of the shoulder. This time we're going to bring the left ear all the way on top of the shoulder. And keeping the jaw soft. Teeth slightly parted. Breath long and slow. And one more exhale. Guide the chin back toward the middle of the chest. Go very slow and explore any area that might be still holding on. Pause in those spaces and just let the body empty with the exhale. Check in with your elbows and shoulders as your chin comes back in to the middle of your body. And then gently start rolling it in front of your right shoulder. Paying attention to the muscles in your face, noticing if they start to try to grab. Because our goal is to keep everything soft. Remember, when there's dis-ease in the body, it's translated into the face. Guide your ear over top of the right shoulder. Keep your left elbow heavy. Nice and slow. And with full attention to the inside of your body, so the eyes are closed, guide your jaw back in front of your right shoulder. Noticing any area that's still trying to hold on to any dis-ease. When your chin comes back to the middle of your chest at your own pace, put your head over top of the shoulders. Take a moment keeping the eyes closed so you're inside your body. And on your next breath, lift the chin and feel the whole front of your body lifting up. Raise your lower jaw to lengthen the front of the throat, opening the thyroid. Notice what's going on between the shoulders. Keep the elbows heavy. So again, the lower jaw is lifting, but the teeth aren't clenching. With your jaw lifted toward the sky, gently bring your head behind your left shoulder. So you're just going to try to keep the chin as high as you can and rotate the head a little bit. So the chin is going to your right. And that stretch in the front of your neck. Again, this is where there's some lymph nodes. We're just letting some circulation move into these areas. Pouring out any dis-ease with the breath. Imagine a weight on the end of your elbows. So the elbows are heavy. The head is too. The jaw is lifting toward the sky. As you allow your head to sink as close as you can to your body with that tall spine, start letting the chin lift up a little higher toward the sky as your head falls behind the left shoulder. With every breath, let your head move back a little more. Try lifting the chin a little higher without any dis-ease. So if it's really tight, you're feeling burning, just ease off a little bit and invite your body to go back into it, a place that works for it today. At your own pace, slide your head back a little more. Remember, if you have vertigo, the eyes are open, fixated on a space, focusing on the breath. Head all the way back. Lift the lower jaw once more, a nice long stretch for the thyroid. And then bring your head behind your right shoulder. Focus on the exhale. Exhale, guide the ear a little closer toward the top of the shoulder, exploring and noticing where your body's storing any dis-ease. The more aware we become that we're holding on, we'll move back into those areas directly later. Feel the jaw lifting toward the sky as your head stays heavy behind the shoulder. At your own pace, gently bring the ear over top of the shoulder. So now the ear is over your right shoulder. Both elbows are heavy toward the earth. And gently bring your head back up to center. And eyes stay closed just to notice what you're experiencing. Keep in mind that every day your neck holds 80% of your daily attention. So the more we can keep that area open, it can receive messages from the body to the brain. It's up to us to listen to them. So keeping that pathway open, we're going to move into the middle of the body. So extend your legs in case they feel a little stiff in the same position. Bring your right leg over the left. So with my right leg crossed, I'm going to bring my left arm in front of or behind the knee. You'll choose what works for your body. Instead of bringing your hand out, keep it as close as you can. Use your knuckles if you have wrist issues. Use your hand to lengthen your spine, but make sure you're not grabbing the shoulder up into the head. So the shoulder stays down, the spine is tall. Lengthening the body, twist as you look over the right shoulder. So our left arm is crossing the body so that we're stimulating both halves of the brain. Try to keep your chin parallel to the shoulder and both sitting bones connected to the ground. So ease up a little bit if you feel sitting bone lifting up. With each exhale, twist a little deeper. Ease off with your inhale, twist with your exhale. Come back to center and align with your spine. While you're here, you're going to take your right ankle and slide it back toward your hip. So we're going to try to lay your right knee over the left leg. If it's high in the sky, it doesn't matter. You're doing what works for your body today. So with your legs stacked, bring your fingertips behind you. Our tendency is to roll back. So we want to think about all the organs. That's the middle of the body is the most important. The arms and legs are accessories. Point through your fingertips to lengthen your spine and squeeze in your shoulders. So we're opening the front of your chest and then pressing out with your fingertips. Look down toward your toes. And as you start to guide your body forward, close your eyes and don't worry about how far you go into the stretch. Notice where you're feeling any tightness or dis-ease. And in your mind's eye, create openings through the base of the hip or out the end of the heel. The leg becomes a hollow tube. And breath is like a river, allowing any dis-ease to flow down and out of the body. Enjoy your body sinking a little closer to the leg with each exhale. When you come out as far as it's comfortable for you, start rolling the shoulders forward or to stay in any space that feels comfortable. So feel the stretch. You're stretching without straining. The shoulders roll forward, and on your next exhale, feel your upper body sink as much as it's wanting to go to today. Breathing long, slow, even, and soft. Slowly release your body. Practice letting go. Keeping your eyes closed, engage your abdomen, roll the shoulders forward and press your spine back as you roll up through your body, coming up one vertebrae at a time. And your right leg. We're going to go to the other side. So I'm just rotating to see what I'm doing. Bring your left leg over the right. Check your sitting bones. That'll help you position your foot. But our goal is to try to bring the foot next to the knee. Right arm crosses the body. Your left hand is going to plant near your tailbone. Lengthen your spine. Taking a long breath in, twist looking over your left shoulder. Again, think of keeping the chin parallel and not down. Turning your head as if you were trying to see all the way behind you, even though your eyes may be closed. You want a full rotation of the spine, whatever that is for you. Try easing off on your inhale, twisting a little more with the exhale, planting the sitting bones deep into the earth. Easing off, come back, twist again with the exhale. Ease off, back to center and align your spine. Take your left ankle, guide it back toward your hip. We're assessing how this side feels different. We're not judging it. And fingers are behind you. Use your fingertips so you don't sink down into your wrist. Moving the hands forward to feel the front of the body open. So you can move your elbows in toward each other just a little bit. Lengthening up tall. Slight engagement with the abdomen just to let the hips release. Keep your face soft. Look out toward your toes. Close your eyes. Again, visualizing a hollow tube flowing from the hip to the heel, offering a space for everything you're letting go of to flow out of your body. Listen to the sound of your exhale. You can allow your torso to soften toward the leg with the emptying of the breath. You come out as far as you can, roll the shoulders forward and let your upper body sink deeper. Engage your abdomen, bring the chin into the chest, press your spine back and roll up through your body. Align the legs. Bend your knees. Reach for the bottom of your feet. So you want to cup your hands over the balls of the feet. And then it doesn't matter how far out your legs go. If they're really tight, just slide your arms on the inside. It makes it a little easier to make that grip. But as you start to move your legs out or leave them right where they're at, remember your body is what you're honoring today. Once you come out to where it's comfortable with the hands cupping the balls of the feet, lift your ribs up away from your hips again. Find that space in the diaphragm. Give a little slight engagement. So just like you're trying to button a pair of pants that used to fit. And then tuck under the tailbone and start pushing your spine back like you're pushing it out of your body. Don't lose the grip on your feet. And exhale. Push your right foot into your right hand now and draw your left foot back toward your knee. Check in with your teeth. Keeping them away from each other. Feel free to open your mouth with the exhale so you let out even more. The right foot's pushing into the right hand, the left foot's being pulled back, the spine is pressing back as if you're pushing it out of your body. The softness of your face is sinking down toward your chest. So opening the whole back of the body. Regardless of where you are in the stretch, just be mindful that all you're letting go of is what you don't need. Sometimes we need to give ourselves permission to let go. Engaging your abdomen, lift your head and bring the feet back up, giving that little space between the ribs and hips to readjust. Draw on the abdomen and push the left foot out, pull the right toe back. The abdomen engage, push through the spine. Feel the openness. The reason we engage the abdomen is to get into the lowest part of the vertebrae, where most compression happens from gravity and our posture. Easing off, lift the ribs from the hips. Reposition, pressing the right foot out once more, pulling the left toes back toward the knee. See how much you can adjust the pose to find the maximum stretch for your body without straining. Hear your exhale. More stretch the left foot. So we're going to switch, lift the ribs up, push the left foot out, pull the right toe back. Our goal is to stretch without straining. Invite the breath to do the work. Body's going to use as much oxygen as you bring in. The more you let go, the more space there is for more oxygen. Lift the ribs up once more. And push both feet out away from you. Press your spine back. Feel the chin sinking a little deeper. Just check in and make sure the teeth are away from each other. Try tucking your abdomen just a little more. Keep breathing. Lifting the ribs, pulling the toes back. So now the toes are coming back toward the knees. And then release your feet. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Take a moment with your eyes closed to just feel this solidness of your sitting bones beneath you. Now let's bring our hands to the side and bring ourselves all the way back to the floor. So any way that you need to transition, otherwise you could just slide yourself back. Giving your spine a little break. Now it's nice and open. We're going to connect it to the floor. Keep your palms open to the sky. And bend your right knee into your chest. With your arms, gather your leg into your body. As you breathe out, feel the knee sinking in a little closer. One more exhale, engaging the knee toward the chest. And then easing off, lead your left hand from the outside of your right knee. Slide your right arm in line with your shoulder. And now guide your knee across your body. So the right knee is going to come over to the left. Look over your right shoulder and let your right arm go heavy. Notice the stretch through the side of your body. So this helps to wring out the organs, like a massage or you're wringing out a dish towel at the end of a meal with all of your family. Bringing some blood into the tissues. Keep the arm heavy. And slowly, mindfully, start letting the hand be moved by the shoulder as the arm comes a little closer toward the ear. So just moving our hand up toward the top of your body. Stretch out through the fingertips as your arm comes next to your ear. Feel that length under your arm and through your chest. Opening up again the lymph nodes, providing circulation into that area that's normally closed off. Give a little more stretch to your fingertips. And then let the arm go heavy and limp. Turning your head to the right, start letting the shoulder move the arm. So the arm stays heavy. Just imagine that it's like a piece of lead being dragged over to the side by the shoulder. When you bring your hand back in line with your shoulder, a couple of breaths. And begin again, inhaling. The arm is being dragged because the shoulder is where the movement is coming from. When your arm is near your ear, reach up through your fingers. Feel that stretch all the way down to your waist or as far as it feels good for you. And then we're going to turn your head to the left, so your right arm is just going to come over top of your head. Keeping it dragging on the floor or whatever your emptiness is of your arm. Make sure the shoulder is doing the work and not the arm. So we don't want to lift it up. Allow the shoulder to do the movement. So as you want to bring your arm across your body, start drawing your right shoulder back toward the floor, and you'll feel the hand drag up over the body, flop back to the floor on the right side as you start to turn your head to the right. You can try this once you understand what you're doing with your eyes closed, and maybe you even feel the muscles in your lower back. Each time your arm comes near your ear, stretch up, make it long. A little breath in as you lengthen the arm and then softening it back to the earth. Let go of all you're ready to let go of with the breath. Turning your head to the left. Roll the arm over the head. Remember, the slower you go, the more you're going to invite the body to be in tune with everything within it. When we move fast, it keeps us from being aware of what's going on within. And with your arm in line with your shoulder, we're going to reverse the movement. So turn your palm to the earth. Start moving, letting the shoulder slide the arm down. So we're going to lift the right shoulder up so the hand is dragging as it comes to the body. The shoulder moves it over the body, the left side of your body. Repeat 2 more times at your pace, noticing where you're feeling that stretch through your torso. We don't think of all the movement coming from the abdomen, but it does. Maybe you feel it more in your lower back today, or under your arm, or through your breast. Wherever you're feeling it, it's where you need to stretch the most. So bring the arm back. This time we're going to bring the arm out in line with the shoulder. With your left hand, gather the knee. Bring it back into the center of your body. Slowly lower the leg. Take a breath. Switch to the other side. Lift your left knee in to your chest. Guide your knee into your body. Give yourself a little hug. Lay your right hand over the outside of your left knee. Extend your left arm out in line with your shoulder and roll the knee across your body. See how this side's different. Remember, we're only assessing, we're not judging. If you feel any cracking or popping, that's a good thing. The Taoists believe that you're releasing what you don't need. but it's also nitrogen. Don't be concerned. Just get a little release. Turn your head to the left. Reach out through your fingers. Again, notice where you're feeling the stretch on this side of your body. Again, keep the arm heavy and limp. And gently bring your arm up next to your ear. Stretch up through the arm, feeling that lengthening all the way down through your torso. Ease off and slide the arm back in line with your shoulder. Keep the arm heavy. And we'll repeat, bringing the arm back up in line with the shoulder. Stretching up, noticing how deep into the torso you're feeling that stretch. Remember, if you're feeling really tired today, just do what's going to feel right for you. But remember to let the shoulder do the work and not the arm. So we're going to bring the arm back in line with your shoulder and just rest for a couple breaths. And with the hand dragging on the floor or as close to the floor as it is able for your body today. Your arm comes up, give it a little stretch at the top. Let it sink back. Turn your head to the right so the shoulder is going to carry the arm across your body. The shoulder is going to roll back so the hand and arm can drop over the body to the left as you turn your head to the left. Reach up through the fingers when your arm comes near your ear. Soften it back. Turn your head to the right and roll the arm. Continuous flow. Turn the shoulder to drag the arm. Let the arm fall into the floor. And this time when it comes back in line with your shoulder, we're going to reverse. So if you start to turn your chest toward the right, you'll feel your arm is going to move. So the shoulder is making the arm move. Drag it up and over the body. Let it flop onto the floor. Turning the head to rotate the arm out to the side. Again, move the shoulder toward the left or to the right so that the arm follows the shoulder. We bring it around one more time. Feels really painful. You may even want to pause there for a couple of breaths. This is when the oxygen moves into the tissues that have been damaged from any injury that you may have had. When your arm comes back in line with your shoulder, gently bring your left knee back into the chest. Yourself a nice little hug. And release the leg. Letting your arms sink to your side. Checking in with yourself, little couple breaths, noticing the difference in how your shoulders feel. Maybe they feel a little warm as the blood moves into the body. And now move your heels in toward each other. So the feet are going to come into the middle. Try to touch the heels. And then turn your toes out. So this feels very strange. I guess if you were a ballerina, I don't know, I've never done that, but there's a position that they call this with the heels in and the toes out. And now we're going to think about using your abdomen for the movement. So engage just a little bit And try lifting your right leg up. So I'm pushing into the heel like I'm standing on the floor and I'm lifting my leg up about 3 inches, no more. So if you gaze down, your heel should be no higher than your ball of your foot or your toes. And we're going to rotate those toes out as much as we can. Push through the heel. Make sure you're not gritting your teeth. And keep breathing. Hear that exhale. Sustain it as long as it works for you. On our next exhale, let's all come down slowly. Take a long breath. Let everything fall into the earth. Move through some natural breathing. And slide the heels into each other again. Flex the feet. The toes are out, the heels are in toward each other. Gently lift the left foot, pushing into the heel. If you need to peek to get a sense of where your body is in space, just lift your head. Make sure the heel isn't higher than the ball of your foot or the toes. Practice pushing into the foot as the toe turns out to the side and your face stays soft. Make sure your teeth aren't gritting. Be sure to be exhaling. Slowly lower the leg. Sink everything into the earth. Repeat once more. Remember, when you need to rest, honor your body. Heels come in, toes are out. Pushing through the heels, lift your right foot once again. Once more, if you need to peek, just lift your head. Make sure your heel isn't higher than the other foot. Push through the foot, turn the toe out. Hear your exhale. No one's going to hear your exhale. Make it audible. Slowly lower down. Sink deep into the earth. Soften everything. One last time, bringing the heels in, or just rest if you need to. Flex your feet, lifting the left foot again, no higher than the toes of the right foot. Lower down with your exhale. Soften everything. Check in again with your face. Make sure you weren't holding any dis-ease in your face. So let's take a moment here to rub your hands together. Get them nice and warm. And with your palms nice and warm, lay them over your face. Keep your fingertips heavy and just lightly cup your hands. So the palms are going to lift gently up off the face. Fingers stay connected to the face. Slide your fingers to the outside of your forehead toward your hairline. Keep the fingers heavy on the face as they slide down by your ear. And then to the jawline. Lightening the touch. Trace your fingertips on your jawline. And with a very soft touch, let your fingertips move up the front of your face. So we're going right up the middle of the face with the fingertips. When you come to the forehead, make the fingers heavy. Put some weight into the fingers. slide them out toward the hairline. So we're just ironing out any lines in the forehead. Moving out to the temple, pressing gentle pressure, making sure your teeth are not connected. Letting the hands slide down toward the jawline. With a soft touch, tracing the jawline. And moving the fingers up over your lips and nose. Finding the top of the fingers at the top of the head. Laying the whole palm flat on the face once more. Finding your breath. Now, as if your hands were melting down the side of your face. As they move down toward the jaw, let the fingertips slide over your neck, across your collarbone, down the front of your chest, over your solar plexus, down to the abdomen. The hands sliding down over the groin and the top of the thighs, and just let the hands fall limp to the side of your body. Recognize how that little subtle touch moving down the body had a comforting effect. And while we're here, we're just going to concentrate on that groin area. So bring your hands back to your pelvis. With your elbows resting on the floor and your hands at your hip bone, brush across your groin and over the thighs. Just the length of whatever works for your body. So we're keeping our elbows connected. The hands are slightly heavy. And a little brushing over the groin and the thighs. Remember, there's a lot of lymph nodes in the groin. And even if we're not stretching them open, the skin is an organ. So we can offer encouraging circulation simply by the beauty of touch. So if you're really feeling like you're having a day where you don't want to move, our weather's changing, those days will be seeping in a little more. Remember, a little brushing on the skin is just similar to our Qigong tapping. It has a stimulating effect to the organ of the skin, and it sends a message into your body. Letting everything release and flow. And your arms hang to the side of your body. Bend your left knee. And now lifting the right leg, place your right ankle over top of the left knee. Slide your arms out in line with your shoulder and go for another twist. As you exhale, guide both knees over to the right. Maybe the left shoulder opens up off the floor, maybe it doesn't matter. Just try to keep everything empty and heavy. Yes, sinking into the earth. If it's comfortable, turn your head to the left. Give a little twist to the whole spine. Take another long exhale and sink your left shoulder a little closer. Noticing how sinking the left shoulder, you'll feel an even deeper stretch through the hip. Bringing your head back to center, engage your abdomen gently to guide the knees back up to the sky. Unwind your right leg. Plant the foot on the floor. Slowly lift your left foot, bringing the ankle over the right knee. Maintaining that heaviness, because we're all about letting go instead of holding on. Feel the left leg guiding the right over to the left side of your body. So roll the hip over to the left. Notice what goes on with your right arm. Try releasing it with your exhale. And if it's comfortable for you, turn your head to the right, inviting a little twist to every vertebrae in the spine. Knowing that each twisting action is very beneficial for bringing out the organs, helping stimulate circulation to the vertebrae. So we're getting all the messages the body is sending us. Also helping to balance the central nervous system, because all the nerves in our body start at the spinal column. Feel the breath making the body heavier. Bringing your head back to center. Gentle engagement with the abdomen to lift the knees back up to the sky. Unwind your knees. And the next breath in, bring both knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs and give yourself a big squeeze. With your knees in your chest, take this little moment to smile. The smile is very important. Because you know that what you've done here is not going to show on the outside. You've honored that beautiful miracle that you've been given to live inside. So keeping the weight of your body heavy, gently rock from side to side. Just opening the space between the vertebrae. This is done without effort. If your head wants to move, just let it do so. A gentle wave. And as your legs come back to center, slide your hands under your knees. Rotate your knees around your tailbone, massaging your kidneys. Coming out all the way over the tailbone. Remember, that's the very beginning of our nervous system. This feels really nice for your lower back. So if you struggle with lower back issues, this gentle thing can be still done in bed before you get up in the morning, before you crawl under the covers at night, or anytime during the day. Let's go in the other direction. See if you're able to maintain the smile on your face. Smiling into the kidneys, into your spine. And as we now squeeze your knees into your chest one more time. Smiling into your kidneys, spleen, liver, spine, the lungs, and your heart. When you're comfortable, roll over onto your right side, or any side that works. If your right side's more tender, you'll adjust to what works for you. Planting your left hand near your heart. Try keeping your eyes closed as you bring yourself back to a seated position. And let's bring our hands to our heart. Lengthen the spine, tilt your chin in. As we bow down, we're bowing for that inward gaze, assessing and noticing a difference in how our body feels now and how it felt before we began. Feel a smile on your face widen. Allow your ribs to expand as the breath flows into your body, moving into any area that could use a little more nourishment. Feel it's difficult to keep that smile. Make sure that you practice making it wider. And as you're leaving the breath, letting it flow into the world, it's carrying everything your body's ready to let go of. Just know that what you've done here may not show to the world around you. You've honored that beautiful miracle you've been given to live in. No matter what has happened to it, the journey forward the joy of enhancing that light within you to guide you on the path, the journey that you choose for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me here today. It was my honor to have each of you here. Truly, I mean that. One day, hope we can hug again. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe.